Hi there, I'm Dinasha, and I'd like to welcome you to a very unique TV experience where we let children take the reins. Now, every parent wants the best for their child, the best education, the best medical care, a comfortable home, and basically the best life possible. But do you take the time to actually sit down and listen to your children? Well, we're going to do just that. We're providing a platform for kids to express their thoughts and feelings and tell us what they would like their parents to change. We, in turn, will help parents understand what their children really want from them. Now, this is going to be a very unique TV show. So join us as we strengthen the bond between kids and their parents and help them make family the number one priority, and also help them live healthier, longer, better lives. Now, helping them live healthier, longer, better lives is the brand promise of AIA Insurance, who are the best life insurance company in Sri Lanka. Welcome to AIA Kids Court. Now, to guide us through this program, we've assembled a trio of individuals. Now, this trio of individuals are the best in their chosen fields of expertise, and their role in this show will be to guide our parents into being the best possible caregivers to their little ones. During the course of the show, they will be extending a series of challenges, and we in turn will be following up to see how well the parents are rising up to it. First up, we've got an HR expert. Now, he is the head of human resources and vice president of resourcing at John Keel's Holdings PLC. He is able to take the run-of-the-mill HR and turn it into a unique product able to fit into any organization he's attached to. Welcome, Mr. Ashan Ransilage. All right, next up, we've got a distinguished and dedicated teacher. Now, she's been a teacher at the Asian International School for the past 20 years, and she also was a director at the Tumble Tots Montessori. Now, during her many years in education, she has been a part of many kids-centered projects, such as summer camps, speech and drama workshops, and also kids' cookery shows. Please welcome Mrs. Pravika D'Souza. And rounding out our panel of judges, the fittest and most energetic one of the bunch. Now, he is the director, co-founder of Daffodil Marketing Academy. He's also the director of Ironman 70.3 Colombo. He's also the founder of Spinner Cycle Center. Now, he has been touted as being the only Sri Lankan to ride a bicycle on the Himalayan mountain range. He is a competitive cyclist and bike fitter as well as a motivational speaker and marketing educator. He is none other than Yasa Sevage. All right, well, there you have it, our panel of judges, three very accomplished individuals. Welcome, guys. Thrilled to have you here.
Happy to be here. I've looked at the kids and the families, so it's going to be exciting time.
It is.
Yes, we are very happy to be here and looking forward to see the families, and yes, going to enjoy.
Yeah, thanks.
Excited and looking forward to have a amazing show.
All right. Okay, we're moving on to the most important part of the show. It's meeting our little stars and their families. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to talk to the kids and find out why they're here at AIA Kids Court. We're going to ask them if there's anything they need from their parents. And then our distinguished panel of judges are actually going to help parents try and achieve it. So they are going to hand out a verdict, essentially, and the verdict will be a challenge. They'll have 1 mark month to rise up to this challenge. And during the course of that 1 month, we will be following up to find out if they are able to achieve it. What we want to do is help them live healthier, longer, better lives. And if they do it, we'll be rewarding them. So it's going to be a fantastic ride. All right, we've got the Veera Surya family with us in the studio. Welcome, guys. That's Vithun, older brother Nethun, and Mom Mayuri. All right, so we're going to have a little chat with the judges and our family and get to know them a little better. And Mom, what do you do?
Staying at home.
You stay at home, Mom. The most important job of all, I think. All right, so you've met our judges. That's Ashan, that's Pravika, and that's Yasas. All right, so, okay, I'm going to ask Vithun first. Vithun, tell me what your hobbies are. What do you love to do?
I love to play.
Okay,
I love to read.
okay. And what's your favorite book of all the books you've read?
That's a little hard because I have read a lot of books. But
Okay.
for the books, I would like Astrosource.
And what are your hobbies? What do you love to do?
I like to read books. I like to write books sometimes.
Okay.
Like write stories, and I can't really think of any other hobbies.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is ask Mayuri and older brother Nethun to step out so we can dive a little deeper in with Vithun. All right, so guys, I'll just ask you to step out of the studio for a few minutes and we'll bring you back in. So this is AIA Kids Court, right? And you came here because there is something that you want to talk about. So I'm going to ask one of the judges. Actually, Uncle Ashan is going to ask you a question now, okay?
So, Vithun, now that you are in Kids Court here, what do you want us to help change in your mom or your dad to make it better and to be happier?
My mom. I need you to help me change my mom.
Okay.
Okay.
The thing I want to change about is to ban all junk food from outside, only
Okay.
healthy food from outside and homemade food.
Okay.
How
How-
often do you all bring in this junk food? Like, let's say
Some
out of
days.
7 days, how many days?
Uh,
Roughly?
I think every day.
Every day junk food?
Okay.
Sometimes,
Okay.
only not every day a lot, like every day a little bit.
So,
But medium.
Vithun, what do you mean by junk food?
The food like biscuits, lollipops, sweets, those sweet flavors, those sweets I want to ban them from buying and keeping them at home for 1 month.
So, if your mom does that, will you be still okay?
Yes, and my mom will also be happy because she's sometimes worrying about our health when we're buying junk food. She's saying it's not like good to eat always the junk food. So that's when I got the idea.
So, what healthy food do you cook at home?
Go to color, melon, beans, and all the vegetables from our garden. But sometimes we make homemade delicious things like burger with the homemade those pieces of chicken that you roast on the pan. You put different salt, pepper, all those.
Do you help to cook at home with your mother?
I make scrambled eggs sometimes when we're eating. Like when my mother's cooking eggs, sometimes she calls us and tells us to make our own scrambled egg. Last time I made it, I burned the scrambled egg and I had to eat roasted scrambled egg. Well, the others, my brother and my sister got it perfectly, but my one is burnt, the orange part. So then I had to eat everything because can't waste food.
Very valid point.
And
That's
also
nice.
I make
It's
salad
good.
at home. And I think it's yesterday or day before yesterday, my mom made soup, homemade soup, vegetable soup.
So you helped your mom to make the soup as well?
No, I ate it.
Okay, darling, thank you so much for telling us everything. Now we know what's going on. So what we're going to do now is we're going to ask Vithun to leave the studio, get his mom back in and talk to her a little bit about the issue that Vithun has put to us and see what we can do. All right, thanks so much, darling. That was a very interesting issue.
She doesn't want to do it, but we keep on annoying, so then she gets tired of it and she gets.
Okay.
So now I don't want to do it.
All right.
Thank you, Vithun.
All right, well, we've had a very enlightening conversation with Mithun and we've asked him to step out of the studio. We've got his mom in with us. Hi, welcome, Mayuri. Okay, so we're going to maybe blow your mind a little bit and tell you about what Mithun actually spoke to us about. I'm going to ask Yasas to actually tell you what Mithun told us.
So Mayur, if we didn't stop Ms. Mithun, he would have spoken the whole day.
I know.
Easy like that at home?
It's like that.
How does this happen? He's got a lot of ideas. Is he always like that?
He's always like that.
So what do you think he said? After all, it's a kids' court.
Right.
So yeah, it's a kids' court. So
Okay.
he gave us some ideas. I heard you make good hamburgers. Do you make hamburgers?
Homemade, yeah.
Home? Get that right?
Get that.
How does that work? Every week you make something, or?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Vitul told us that he wants to go 1 full month healthy. He doesn't want biscuits, no chocolates, and he wants Amma to cook healthy. And he's also ready to support.
It's very easy.
So that's his request. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So, Mary, are you surprised to hear that? Because is he normal like that back home?
Normally,
He always wanted to, be eat healthy.
Yeah, I'm making their food. I make their food. I'm not buying anything from outside.
Okay. I asked the same question from him. How will you think your son and the other son and the daughter is going to take this, challenge that you're taking for 1 month?
They will be okay.
It's
That's a
really
junk
interesting.
So, Mayuri, I know we have a bit of a debate here
Right.
about, I'm sure you believe you do good cooking and good food. So I also heard all of them swim. They're swimmers.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm also a cyclist.
Alright.
So swimming is a high calorie burning sport. So in the mornings, you have to think about what food to give.
Yeah.
And also after they finish, they still burn a lot of calories and they go to school. And then you get to also plan a little bit of what food to give for them to help recovery. So we found a couple of things. They love your soup. They love your special burger. They love some of the vegetables.
Okay.
And on the other hand, Mithun is saying no sweets. So I'm not sure whether he understands it after 1 week or 2 weeks. So you will have to be creative. So while having a balanced meal with carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, I think your daughter is also a swimmer.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll have to plan that out. What do you do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? A proper meal plan, a menu plan, as well as to support the sport they do. So that's what we want you to do. Be focus on healthy food, plus be creative with the sweets that you could give them, because after all, they're kids.
So, Mayuri, we will be sharing a meal plan with you, nutritional meal plan, after this session. Are you ready to take the challenge?
Yes.
Are you? Okay.
All right, so the judges have laid down the law. Mayuri, you've got your challenge. You've got 1 month to try and rise up to it, and we will be following up. The judges are there on hand to give you guidance and advice as well. All right, so good luck. It's time for us to meet our next family. Stay right there. All right, we've got our next family in. Welcome, Samaranayaka family. Perfectly color coordinated. I'm loving the shades of pink. Welcome to AIA Kids Court. Now, Dulara, tell us a little bit more about yourself. So now in school, do you have tons of friends or do you have a gang of friends?
More like a gang.
Okay, how many in the gang?
About 5, 6.
Okay, all right. Now, Mom, what do you do?
I'm at home. I'm not working.
You're at home. All right. And Dad?
I'm working in the private bank.
Okay. So you guys have met our judges, right? That's Ashan, Prabhika, and Yasas. So we wanted to get to know you guys a little bit more as a family. So I'll let the judges ask you guys some questions.
So what games do you play with mom and dad? Amma Tatai.
Run and catches and hide and seek.
They do join you to do that at
Yeah.
home? Really?
Yeah.
So that means they spend a lot of time with you, is it?
Yeah.
Your dad also play with you?
Yeah, most of the time. Like in weekends,
Weekend.
we play badminton.
So you're mostly with your mom at home.
Yeah.
All right. So, Samaranaka family, now I'm going to ask mom, dad, and little Hasalya. Hasalya, I got it right. To step out of the studio for a bit so we can talk to Dulara a little bit more. All right, so now we've asked Dulara's parents to step outside. Dulara, now you know you're here at AIA Kids Court, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to ask the lovely uncles and auntie on the judging panel to ask you why exactly you're here. All right? Okay.
So you're at the AIA Kids Court, which means you're the boss. Now you have a chance to change something in your parents to get them to do something you want them to do or change.
I want my dad to come home early so he can play with us, and I can to teach me and help me with my homework and play badminton with me.
Good. We are here to help you.
Thank you.
Do you know why he comes late?
He says he has like meetings and all that stuff, but I don't understand any of
You
that.
don't understand. We all can't understand meetings, right?
So
You must
weekends, weekends he's with you, your father?
Yeah, but sometimes he goes to office like for 3-4 hours, and he did that for he did that for a month once. So he can play with us, and the weekends are the only time we can play with him.
So, Dulara, you were saying you play badminton with your dad every evening, right?
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
And then you sit down and have dinner as a family together every evening as well.
Yes.
Right. Now, you still want more time with dad?
Yeah, he comes at about 8, so
Oh.
we first play badminton and then eat dinner at about 9.
Okay, so I guess that could be a bit of an issue. All right, so the judges are going to try and help dad come home earlier, maybe?
But with the cycle matter, we'll not get Uncle Yasas to expose so much. He'll not be back at home at all. He'll be always on the road with the cycle. That's
Yeah,
the first thing.
he'll come home early, but then leave you and go cycling with Uncle Yasas. So then either way, you don't win.
Yeah, that's not how we are planning to solve the problem. Don't worry.
Okay, so we'll try and do that for you, all right?
Okay.
Okay, thanks for telling us what the issue is, darling. Okay, so we're going to let Dulara go now and bring her family back in and let the judges lay down the law. All right, so Dulara has stepped out of the studio and we've got her dad with us. Hemal, welcome. Now, Hemal, you know this is AIA Kids Court. So obviously Dulara has told us something that she would like from you, something that she would like you to change. So I'm going to throw it to the judges to let you know.
So I am the ex-banker. So I tried to somehow justify to our friendly panelists here that life of a banker is tough. But they still believe we have to make a change because Dulara wants you spending more time with her.
So, is there any way that we could agree to compromise? By no means, I'm not trying to tell you how to manage your work, but I think there can be some sort of time management that we could really look at it, right? So, how do you fare if I say, if we agree, right, to have 3 days where you come early, right? I can see it in your face already, like, if you just know what I'm going through inside, I feel you. But, the thing is, I myself being a father, I always stretch myself when it's come to my son and, I do a lot of things that everyone think that is impossible. So I'm going to really push you there, right? When Yasas is going to think otherwise with me on this, but, 3 days a week that you come early, whereas, you play badminton or you cycle, not with Yasas, but with your daughter, 3 times a week. Yeah? Can we agree?
Yes.
So you have to plan yourself because time management, how much of it that we say here, I know when you go to office, it's different. Like, you may get carried away, at times, you're committed to your work. Whatever the reasons, you tend to slip out. So you need to have a schedule. You have to plan yourself how you want to come out.
You have to plan your day from the start.
Exactly.
start your work.
Let's see, mainly what I would recommend you is to have a proper prioritization, right? So often, being a father, at times we tend to put cooking, spending time with children, maybe,
Having a
attending
meal
to
together.
schoolwork, it's wife's job. I mean, that's where we get things wrong at times. That's what I saw from that conversation to some extent. I can be wrong at times. You know exactly what it is. So that's the challenge that you'll be having from us to evaluate in 1 month's time. All the best.
Thank you.
So, if I could just clarify, judges, you want Hemal to come home off the week three times a week,
3 days.
home early. So, you usually come home at 8.
8.
What time do you think he needs to come home?
Oh, I would love to
during
say
those
5
3.
o'clock,
5 o'clock.
5:30.
Yes.
Is that
Rather,
possible?
we also had really happy to be at 5 o'clock at home.
Yeah, what would be the time?
I can make it 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, yes.
All right, so we've got the challenge. Hemal needs to come home 3 days a week. Usually it's 8 p.m., but the challenge is to come home at 6 p.m. Let's see how he'll do, and we'll be following up throughout the month. Hi, and welcome back to AIA Kids Court. We've got our next family in the studio. Welcome to the Saras Chandras. Hi guys, welcome to AIA Kids Court. Thank you so much for being here. Now, obviously Tinuka is the star because it is Kids Court. So Tinuka, I'm going to ask you, darling, tell us a little bit more about yourself. Now, what is your favorite game to play? What is your favorite thing to do during the day? What do you
Riding
love?
bicycle.
Sorry?
Riding bicycle.
Riding the bicycle, Uncle Yasas will be thrilled. Okay, so Uncle Yasas has ridden a bicycle on the Himalayan mountain range. So now you know our judges, right? That's Uncle Ashan, Auntie Prabhika, and Uncle Yasas. They're going to talk to you guys a little bit more.
So once you come home also, are you busy? Are you bringing work home, or do you spend time with your kids?
We take dinner together, talk a little, and when I come at 8 o'clock or 7:30, we'll have to put them to sleep by at least 9:30 for them to go to school for tomorrow, the next day. So maybe a little time there, but I think we manage it well. That small spell, maybe 1.5 to 2 hours.
All right. What we're going to do right now is we're going to ask Mom and Dad and little Molly to step outside, and we're going to talk to Tinuka a little bit more. Okay, so Tinuka's mom and dad have left the building. Well, no, they've left the studio, and we've got Tinuka. Okay, now Tinuka, darling, this is AIA Kids Court, right? So what we do here, we ask you if there's any problems that you would want and anything that you would want your mom and dad to change, right? Okay, so the uncles and auntie, they're going to ask you some questions now. Okay?
තිනක පුතා ඉන්නේ AIA Kids Court එකේ. පුතාට පුළුවන් අපි හරහා ඔයාගේ දෙමව්පියන්ට කැමති දෙයක් අද කියන්න. පුතාගෙන් අහුවොත් එහෙම මොකක්ද අද ඔයා ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ දෙමව්පියන්ගෙන් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ කියලා ඔයාට මොනවද කියන්න තියෙන්නේ?
අපේ අම්මා සමහර දවස්වලට එකම කෑම හදනවා.
ඕකේ.
රහත් නෑ.
එකම දෙයක් හද්දි නේද? එතන අපි එක වෙනස් කරලා ඒකේ නමර මොන හරි දවස් කීපයකට වෙන වෙනම ಜಾති කෙනාවුත් මං හිතන්නේ ඔයගේ ප්‍රශ්න විශ්තේද?
ඔව්.
ඒක අනිවාර්යෙන් කරන්න පුළුවන් නේද?
Okay, well, we now know what Tinuka would like his mom to change. And Surangi, welcome to the studio. Now, I don't envy the judges' job because they're going to have to tell you what Tinuka has just told us. So it's on to you guys.
So Tinuka was a little reluctant to tell exactly what it was. Maybe she didn't want to.
Do you have any guesses?
Yes, you have any guesses? What you would have told?
Maybe cooking, sometimes.
Looks like
Exactly.
yes,
I know
Yes,
that.
Yes.
But he was not going to tell it immediately, so we had
Yeah.
to ask him a lot of times. And yes. So what do you think what have you thought you could improve in your cooking at home?
Of course. From the beginning, I was telling that I'm not good at cooking, not like the main menus, but some little things, of course, I can. But he's expecting more than that. Of course, I know that. So I definitely have to improve that. I know.
Has he told that to you?
Of course, yes. Of
You
course,
kind of
yes. He has
expected
told.
that's why
Yes.
the cooking, all
Cooking,
of a sudden.
yes.
Of course, that's not a surprise to me actually. I feel that I have to do that.
Improve
actually.
from that
yes,
area.
So 100% I have to improve that.
He was expecting, I think, different kind of food and tasty food.
Yes, he's expecting that. He's a boy
Yesterday,
now.
every day
He's
same
at that
food.
stage now. Every time he's searching for yummy things, not like sweet things, but like for the main menus, he's really interesting on making different things. So that he
I think the
expects.
important one is we have encountered some denying, no, it's not the case. But in this case, since that
You are admitting,
I
yes.
think it will be very easy for us to take this forward. But just give us a minute.
We'll come,
Yeah.
get back to you.
So, Surangi, the judges are going to discuss what challenge they can put to you because we get a month, right? You guys get a month to take the challenge and try and improve on it. So, they'll discuss what method they're going to try and incorporate to hand to you so that you can try and work around it. Because, as you said, you're a very busy working mom as well, right?
Okay, Surangi, so we know as a working mom, it's difficult for you to cook like, tasty and healthy food. But we know as moms, for kids, they need healthy food. So with the courtesy of AIA, we would like to share very nutritional menus with you. It's a challenge for you. Within a week, you can make at least 3 days for a week. If you can make this kind of nutritional food, we would really appreciate. Are you ready to take the challenge?
Of course, yes, 100%.
Right.
So adding to what Prabhika you said, you are a working mom, so you have the best experience to give Surangi advice. But from my point of view, that shows our life. That's the parent, as you can see. But that's the variety kids want from us. So if you can add that variety into the food you make and think of how to add nutrition with variety, she's an arts teacher, so it's also creativity. And I think our kids today really have to get creativity to their life. And I personally, though I'm not a good cook, I think kitchen is a great place to build that creativity. And I also think because you are a little coming fresh to this, you might have a better chance to try things out. So bring that fun creativity into it and see how healthy can come in. Something exciting might come out. So I hope you take that point as well. And we want to see in 1 month some fun stuff, food coming from you.
Of course, I accept the challenge.
All the best to you.
All the best.
All right, Surangi, so you've got your challenge. The judges are going to give you a series of recipes sponsored by AIA Insurance. And these recipes are going to be not only healthy and nutritious, but they're also going to be really tasty and easy to make. So easy to make is, the kicker there because you are a working mom and you're really busy and time is precious to you and your family, of course. So you've got 1 month to try and figure out how you can manage this 3 times a week. Okay, does that sound like something you can do? Yes?
Of course.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we're good for now with Surangi, but we've got more families to meet, so stay right there. We'll be back. Welcome back to AIA Kids Court. We've got a brand new family in the studio with us. It's the Tilakaratnas. Hi guys, welcome to the studio. We're really happy. Hi, really happy to have you guys here. First of all, Krishella, right? Krishelle. Tell us what your hobbies are. What do you love to do?
I like cycling, I like reading, I like drawing, I play the piano sometimes.
Oh,
I
wow.
sing and dance.
Okay, so what kind of dancing do you do? Do you learn in school or do you just like to put music on and dance?
Yeah, just put music on and whatever comes to my mind, I just do the steps and dance.
Awesome. All right. And mom and dad, what do you guys do, Dad?
I'm working at Haley's.
Okay.
So part time, like I'm teaching dancing.
Oh, no wonder Krishal's a dancer. Okay.
I'm a professional teacher, ballroom and Latin.
Ballroom and Latin. Okay, can you teach Asha a few steps then?
Sure.
Okay. And you do that part time?
Yeah, part time.
Okay. All right. And mom, what do you do?
I'm working for a shipping company, leading shipping company, MSC.
Okay.
And I cook at home, prepare meals for her.
Okay. All right. So these are our judges, and they want to talk to you guys a little bit as well.
So if I start with Mark, you said you're a professional dance guru.
Yeah.
Right. How often as a family you dance or practice or go out or perform anything of that sort is there in the family?
Like for functions, like maybe mostly in December. That's what I say. Like we get parties.
Okay.
We go out, like what you call this, relations parties and all. So both of us, we dance together.
Wow, that's
and
nice.
she joins us.
Okay.
So
Okay, I'll tell you what I love what you said. Singing, dancing, art, all of that. I think a lot of credit to Mark and Natalie. Today's kids don't do it, Mark. Most parents are only worried about class to class, and this is what makes a kid creative who comes up with the greatest products, right? Anything you do, you need creativity. So hats off. What's the secret? How does mom and dad, how do they help you to do all of this? Should you be studying all the time?
Sort of. When they come after work, they just check my whatever I have done and they comment on those. So inspired by that, I continue to do more things.
Don't stop doing that. All your life, keep drawing, creating. So that's one thing your family has given you. Continue.
Okay.
Pretty inspired by that.
Okay.
Before we go any further, just one question again to Mark. You work, you said you part-time teach.
Yeah.
And your, daughter, I don't see her complaining at all. How do you find time to, manage everything? You work, you part-time teach, and also you spend, time with your daughter. That's what we felt. How do you manage it?
yeah, after office when I come back, when I come home after office, then I check homework and all. And weekends I used to spend time with her.
Okay. Mom, any comments to that?
Is it true?
Yeah, on Saturday and Sunday.
Mark spends time?
On Saturday and Sunday, yes.
Saturday, Sunday
with
does.
the kids. They actually cycling and all. He stays outside.
So Mark cycles with?
No, she cycles. He just waited there. But playing badminton.
Finally, someone who is not cycling.
Actually, it's one bike, so I had to allow her to ride.
I'm going to give you a bike.
Okay, guys. So right now we're going to ask both of you to step outside so we can talk to Krishel a little bit more. All right, now we've told Mark and Kabreen to step out of the studio, and we're left with the most important member of the family, and that's Krishel. Because for us over here at Kids Court, AIA Kids Court, kids come first. Okay, and you come first. So, darling, now what we're going to do is you know what AIA Kids Court is all about. You're what's important, and we want to know your feelings and your ideas and your thoughts. And so I'm going to let the lovely uncles and auntie on the judging panel talk to you a little bit. Okay? All right.
So, Krishel, as you know, in this court, you can really get your parents to do what you want, right? You know that? Okay, so the big question is, what do you really want them to do differently? I know you all dance together, probably cooking together, all that is there, but what can they do more to make it even better than that?
I guess Dada could either stop smoking or teach me dancing more frequently, because sometimes he's a bit busy, so you don't have much time to dance.
Okay.
But I want to just add in here. Yeah. Because when you said you want your dad to stop smoking, I think that's the important thing I want to talk about. What do you think happens when people smoke?
I guess their lungs and stuff, it's harmful for your lungs. So I guess that's bad for him.
Okay.
Okay.
So if that happens, do you think he can continue to dance?
No.
Shall we then focus on that?
Yeah,
Because
I guess
if-
that's better.
Better?
Yes.
And we want your dad to be healthy, dancing, and be young for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I think you are ready to dance for a long time.
Your dad, right?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
But do you think it's doable? Do you think people can stop something like that? What do you think?
I guess if they put their whole heart and mind to it, they can try to stop it.
So we're going to support you with that.
Will you help
Yes.
us
Good one.
Yeah,
in the
sure.
process if we convince dad?
Okay.
Give you a big challenge.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah, okay. So what they're going to do is they're going to put a challenge to dad so that he can live healthier, longer, and a better life like AIA wants. And he can teach you to dance all the way till you're 70.
70.
Okay, that's
Okay,
good. That
yeah.
challenge is good. All right. Okay, so we've got the challenge from the judges. We now have to give it over to Mark. So we'll call them back in. Okay, so we've spoken to Chriselle. We've got the problem. It's a bit of a tough problem. Mark, you're back in the studio. Okay, so first of all, let me say you're such a lucky dad. She's adorable. So we've got the judges who are going to hand out the challenge for you. Let's hear what they have to say.
So Mark, again, I'm going to ask you something like she mentioned. It's going to be tough. But in my profession, I'm paid to be unreasonable at times for all good reasons.
Yeah.
So what came out there was a few things that came up, but after having discussions, we thought that we want to talk to you about your smoking. I know, I understand, but at the same time, what extent you are willing to go to keep your daughter happy is going to be the results of this. So we can give a verdict for 1 month, but what I personally, from a dad to a dad, I wish that we can make a difference that will stay throughout in her life. So, what do you think? If I had to ask from you, what are the trigger points, or what are the I have friends who like, but I am stressed, I'm going for a smoke. That's a pattern of it. Or he doesn't want to. The other person like a break, and somehow grab that person to smoke. What triggers you to smoke? If I ask.
Well, stress, that's one thing.
Okay.
But I got used to it.
You have got used to it.
Used means it's a habit.
Okay.
I call it a habit, but I can stop it.
You can stop it?
Yeah, I can stop it.
Completely?
Yeah. It's a matter of wasting time, actually.
Okay.
Because you're thinking on something, and when you get used to that, when you
Okay.
come to that mode, you keep on smoking. That's what's happening.
So how many cigarettes you smoke for a day?
It depends, like maybe 10 or maybe less than that.
Okay, I get it.
When we were discussing about it, we felt it can be unreasonable to push you to that. But I think from a dad to dad, it's not the 30 days that, we're asking you. Like you can, we will evaluate you by, end of the program, how you have fared. But if you can do something more, I'm sure it's going to be your family.
It's for your family and for your daughter especially.
Yeah.
She's watching you.
So I think one needs for us to judge this. Even if you take that call, there are so many instances you go back.
He said he's willing. Yeah, he's willing to. He's willing.
All right, so judges, is the challenge cold turkey? He's supposed to stop from today, or it's up to him?
He's
It's up
agreed.
to him.
It's up to him. Okay. So,
one-
Mark,
just one thing. Just a bit of research and my experience, I found a lot of very smart people like you who tries it and then goes back to it. So
Yeah.
if you need help, AIA of course can go further and give you that help. So because a lot of people will try to learn from this, because you are probably solving a lot of fathers, mothers' problems. First of all, you've solved a big problem of having creativity in your family. So we are 100% with you and wish you luck, and we watch you with a lot of passion to see this happen.
Thank you.
So, Mark, I think we discuss among ourselves as well. So, the final verdict is going to be 1 month, no smoking. Is that what you are agreeing? Because we discussed as well, and we think that should be the challenge for you. Are you willing to accept that challenge?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It's going to be a tough one. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you ready to do that? Are you ready to wait
ready to
without
take the
smoking
challenge,
for
yeah.
1 month? Your daughter is watching you, so it's good for your whole family. Okay. Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, Mark. Well, you've heard it from the judges. Solid stuff. Good advice. So you've got 1 month starting from today, and hopefully, when we check in with you next, you'll be a non-smoker. All right. Well, that wraps it up for meeting the families. We've met them all for now. We'll come back. All right, that wraps things up for today. We want to thank all the families for taking the time to be here. We also want to thank our amazing judges for giving out all their fantastic advice. So don't forget to tune in next week when AIA Kids Court will be following up with all the families to check on the progress and how they're doing with the challenges. For AIA Kids Court, I'm Dinasha. Goodbye.